Hey guys, welcome to another Friday with Friends Juicy Bits. Today I've got Joe Applebaum with me. And Joe and I are at the NERV conference in Nashville. And it's really funny because I met Joe at the NERV conference last year in Philadelphia. And we watched Gary Vaynerchuk speak as the keynote speaker. And when they opened it up to questions, the first question was Joe. And he said, Gary, I've got a selfie stick with me, or selfie pole. Can I come up on stage and take a selfie? And it was classic. From then on, I knew who Joe was, and so did everybody else in the conference. And so I wanted to invite Joe here. We had this chance to be face-to-face to talk to you about what he was doing when he asked for that selfie. So Joe, why don't you tell him what you were doing?
Yeah, so first of all, it was really great knowing you, and I love watching your videos. So it's a pleasure and an honor to actually be on this video and talking to all of you out there. I appreciate the marketing tips that you always put out, and I think they have a lot of value. So enjoy it and go watch all the other videos. You know, I used to have this intense fear of putting my photo online. And in order for me to overcome that fear of putting my own photo online, I decided that I'm going to face the fear. And I'm going to actually put up photos of myself in vulnerable positions, just randomly just putting up photos without even looking at them. Literally taking a selfie, bam, and then just putting it online. And then people started noticing. People started saying, that's unique. That's strange, you know?
Stands out.
And the people that loved me wanted to see more of me. They're like, more selfies, more selfies. And the people that didn't like me, they actually unfriended me. And they were like, this is so annoying. I don't want to see this guy all the time.
Yeah.
And if you don't want to see me, why are you my friend, right? So
well, what did that do for your business?
So, first of all, just me representing my business instead of my business representing itself helped my business tremendously, because people don't buy my business for my business. People buy into my business. People buy into Ajax Union because Joe Applebaum is representing Ajax Union, because they can go to any other marketing company. They can go to any marketing company anywhere in the world, or if they want to build a website, they can go to any web design company.
People are buying people, right? Not companies.
But when people make a decision to do something, they make it based on an emotion. And that emotional connection is not something rational. It's something that they just feel. So what are you feeling? So in order to feel a connection to somebody, you have to kind of know them. You have to also like them, and you also have to trust them, right? So in order to build that, you have to get your own brand out there. Just like when you're doing sales on high-ticket items, you have to go down there and sell it yourself. You got to go there and add value yourself. You can't just expect it to sell on its own if you're selling a $10,000 or a $50,000 or a $100,000 project. It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
So when somebody sees your brand and they see who you are and who's behind it, it has so much more value. There's a real human being that's going to be taking care of me. And a lot of people are afraid of that, especially when their business is really small and they don't really understand that you need that human touch, that you need to be your own brand ambassador. So when I learned that, it was very powerful.
That reminds me, I heard someone say that, you know, if you look at a lot of companies online, the CEO of a really large company will typically have more Twitter followers than the company's own company page, right? Because people relate to people more than they do companies. So, you know, my question for you is, for the business owner out there who's maybe in B2B that, you know, feels like they do serious business stuff, you know, should they be taking selfies? Should their face be on the brand? What are your thoughts on that?
I think that your face, if you are the brand ambassador of your business, your face should be out there. You don't have to take a candid selfie like I do to like get over your fear. You can actually get a real good photographer to come take stills of yourself and put them on your LinkedIn and put them on your bio page and put them out there. You should have a set of articles that you're putting out, and on your article you should have your photo, maybe some action shots of you actually in the business with employees doing stuff. A lot of people don't think about that. And when you do that and you add that human element to it, it humanizes your business, and as a result, it allows you to connect with prospects in ways that you wouldn't be able to do it otherwise. And social media is about social connections with human beings. It's not about you promoting your product. It's not about you promoting your feature. It's about you being real.
Yeah.
And the more real that you can be, the more that you can connect with your audience in a real way. Like this video that we're doing right now is showing our faces and it's showing us talking in a very real way. It's like you're literally sitting out there on your couch or in your office or wherever you are, and you're watching this video, or in a beautiful pool, like we're going to show you hopefully in a few minutes. But ultimately, it's about being authentic, being real, and people love to buy from other people that are real and authentic. You ever feel that sleazy feeling when you walk into a used car sales lot and the guy's like, you should buy this and you should buy that, and you really just feel, it's icky. It's like,
it's not personal. We don't communicate that way.
It's not real. It's not authentic. You want the person to really get to know you. You want them to date you. Think about it. You walk into a bar and you're like, walk over to the first person you see and you say, let's go. Let's go. And I'm like, who are you? Like,
Sure.
what do you want?
You know, I'll tell you a little story that someone was telling me the other day. You know, these girls were talking, and I was listening in, and they were saying that when they get all dressed up and they have their makeup on, their hair, and they go out, no guys talk to them. But if they go to the grocery store, just natural, you know, just being who they are, they're kind of shocked at how many guys start coming up and kind of hitting on them. Approachable. And I thought, I feel like it really relates to this. It's a funny parallel. But I think that we as people, you know, are very just, you know, connected to that other human element. And when there's too much gloss on it, you know, we try to be really professional. We try to get the perfectly lit, you know, shots. You know, we're just sitting here with an iPhone 6 camera. It's in a, you know, good lighting, and it feels like you're hopefully sitting here on the couch with Joe and I having a conversation. So
and that's what it's about.
Power in that.
It's about being authentic and being real. And if you're at a networking event and you try to fake being somebody else, people will generally feel that, and you're not gonna be able to connect.
Yeah.
If you want to connect, whether it's in real life or on social media with people, you have to just be authentic. Just have the courage to be yourself. You're gonna get rejection. You're gonna fail if you're yourself.
Yeah.
You know, I set up a goal to do 100 selfies in this meeting, this conference.
While we're here at Nerve?
That was my goal. My goal is 100. I can say that I'm up to about 75 right now.
We're gonna get one, right?
And we're gonna get one. And the beauty is that I had rejections. People said, "Oh, I don't do selfies," or "No, I'm not comfortable," and from people that I have a relationship with. And I was totally okay with the rejection. But then if I wasn't okay with it, I would have stopped my whole thing and just killed the goal.
Yeah.
But ultimately, the fact that I'm putting up all these selfies on my Facebook and on my Instagram and on my Twitter, and people are like, "Oh my gosh, this is so cool." Like, he's literally connecting with all these people, having meaningful conversations, and then taking a photo together to cement that conversation and to create a memory together.
Awesome.
And you asked me before, why did I do that? Why did I go up on stage and take a selfie with Gary Vaynerchuk? I was inspired by Gary Vaynerchuk, by the things that he said. And when I get inspired by somebody that I have a conversation with, I made it a habit to take a photo together with them. So I said, I gotta take a photo with Gary. He also said that only women between the age of 20 and 40 take selfies, and I wanted to disprove his myth. I wanted to go up there and show him that men can also take.
You to come up there.
And I pull up there, and we do
Selfie pole.
selfies. And now, in the back of my business card, I actually have, I actually posted that selfie that I took with him
On your business card?
last year on the back. Yeah,
Fantastic.
so this is my card right over here for all those that want to see. And this is like 100 selfies I took. And the middle one was with Gary Vee, the EO logo, and 700 CEOs that all know who I am. And people are still walking over to me at this conference saying, "You're the guy, you're the Joe." People are literally saying, "You're the Joe." I met the Joe.
The Joe.
And you know what? I didn't do it for that reason. I really didn't. The fact is, that's an ancillary benefit that I get because I love being out there and promoting myself, which ultimately promotes my brand and promotes my messages and the things that I stand for.
So what I love about this video, Joe, and I'm so happy you did this with me, is that I think when people start watching this video, it's going to be titled about building your personal brand. This is just so different, and it's so much more real, and it's so much more easy to get started than if you Google building yourself brand and you read these articles about it. So I get asked this so much from people. They say, how much time should I be building my personal brand? And so, you know, I've got you here, so I want you, I know you've got a challenge for the group. Tell people what they can do.
So, like the fear that I had, I know a lot of people have, especially leaders, entrepreneurs that don't want to put themselves out there. They want to be vulnerable. I walked over to an entrepreneur today and I said, why don't you put selfies? I get it. You rejected me. I'm totally okay with it. But why don't you post a selfie of yourself? He's like, I don't do social media. I'm like, tell me why. Tell me what's wrong. And he's like, I'm afraid I'm going to be very vulnerable. He warned me. He's like, I'm going to be very vulnerable with you, Joe. The reason why I don't do it is because I'm afraid people are going to judge me.
Wow.
And I said, people are going to judge you
and
either
he's
way.
a leader, right? He's probably
and he's a
runs
leader.
the company.
He has multiple 8-figure companies.
Wow.
Multiple. And he's here. And I spoke to him about it. He's like, people are going to judge me. And I said, why does that hurt you? Why does it bother you if somebody's going to judge you? They're going to judge you anyway. They're judging you right now. And he's like, it's this uncontrollable fear that I have that I just don't want to put myself out there. I don't know what could happen. I don't want to have to think about it. I don't want to have to think about my photo being out there. And I said, if there's no risk, there's no reward. You're not risking putting yourself out there because you don't want people to judge you and you have this unknown fear. You will not get the reward of being authentic. And the one regret that people have in their life, is they weren't more authentic. They weren't more themselves. They had to fake being somebody else. And if you don't want to have regrets in your life and you want to have a purpose-driven business, you have to get over those fears. And I want to give you a challenge right now. I want you to take a selfie of yourself right now and post it as a comment under this video. You could go into the comments, press comment, take a photo of yourself, take a photo, put it out there, put your company name, put your brand, put whatever you want there, but your face. I want to see that beautiful Shayna Punim of yours. I want to see your face, because your face matters, and because you are really beautiful no matter who you are, no matter what you look like. You're a human being and you deserve to get your face shown, and be okay with the judgment just for one time, and you'll see that it'll open up new channels. Just one time, put your face out there. That's a challenge I want to give you. And then I want you to also think about how you're going to put yourself out there. You don't have to go crazy like me and take a selfie with everyone that you meet, but have a strategy. Have any strategy. At least note, this is my strategy. Spend some time thinking about your strategy. Come up with one. It doesn't have to be the perfect strategy, but at least go out with a strategy to build your personal brand, even if it means spending 90 minutes a month on your own personal brand, by looking at quotes that you like and sharing them on social media, by looking at articles that you like and sharing them, or even maybe taking a stab and writing your own article about something that you believe in. Even if you only share it with 10 people, it still has value. When I started my own personal brand, I got 100 people that I know, that I like, and that I trust, and I only communicated with them. And I got such great feedback that I expanded that to 2,000 and now to over 10,000. And that's how I kind of started, because I like, you know, you don't just jump into the pool. Some people love just jumping in, but I say no, don't jump in. Put your toe in, see how that feels. Then put your leg in, then put your knee in, and eventually you're going to be swimming like a fish.
Fantastic. Well, Joe, thanks for coming and sharing that great message.